And now, live from the palatial, spacious, gracious, but never ostentatious studios high above Gotham City, it's Zach DeWack.
I think we're about to start a show.
If this house starts a rockin', don't come a knockin'.
Greetings, red-blooded, verified Earth people, and those with no check mark. It is me, the always dapper podcast babbler, your daddy-o blocked from the radio, and the monkey on the mic here running that professionally trained tongue of mine. I am Zachary Ernesto Wackalina III.
Thank God it's Friday.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Ay, 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 ay.
It's Friday.
Thank you.
Baby, that's the understatement of the year. There are hard riders and easy riders. There are Hell's Angels and Wild Angels. But there's never been a gang like
Thank God it's Friday.
Oh, what a glorious day.
Well, I was looking forward to a fun weekend, but now I'm stuck babysitting.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
This record will self-destruct when it reaches the final groove.
Now hold on there, little buckaroos.
I knew things were going too smooth.
All day, every day.
Welcome to the weekend.
Good morning, beautiful people, and welcome to those of you in Bacon Level, Alabama, Fries, Virginia, and all around the world. This is the often secluded, never diluted, always wacky, never tacky, hot rockin' flame-throwing DeWack in the morning show. Live from the low-rent, sleazy, and measly Ramen Jam and Nut Hut Studios here at the DeWack Shack Podcasting Complex at Peachtree Industrial, FEMA Region Number 4, somewhere near Atlanta, Georgia. Again, live out of Studio K today. In case you weren't aware, today is Friday, March 28th, 2025. This is show number 106. Let's check out that birthday list. Oakland Raiders Derek Carr is 34 today. Lady Gaga turns 39. Julia Stiles is 44. Former reality star Kate Gosselin is 50. Vince Vaughn turns 55. Reba McEntire is 70. And Diane Wiest turns 77 years young today. And remembering W.C. Handy, one of the most important figures in 20th century American popular music history. He died in New York City on this day in 1958.
W.C. Handy, won't you look down over me?
As a composer, musician, and a musicologist, he is best known for mainstreaming the blues, helping to bring black sounds to the forefront of American popular music. And Dwight D. Eisenhower passed on this day in 1969. He was 78. Actor James Noble passed at the age of 94 in 2016. Let's look at this day in history.
It happened on this day as if you cared.
In 1814, the funeral of Dr. Joseph Ignacy Guillotine, the namesake of the infamous execution device, takes place outside of Paris, France. In 1939, in Spain, the Republican defenders of Madrid raised the white flag over the city, bringing an end to the fighting of the bloody 3-year Spanish Civil War. 3 days later, General Francisco Franco declares the war officially over. In 1973, Wilt Chamberlain retired from pro basketball. He played 1,045 games over 14 years. In 1979, in Pennsylvania, a pump in the reactor cooling system failed in the 3 Mile Island accident, resulting in the evaporation of some contaminated water, causing a nuclear meltdown. In 1983, Fred Jipp was sentenced to 28 years in prison in Phoenix for fraud and bigamy. In 30 years, he allegedly had married 104 women in 28 countries. In 1984, in the middle of the night, Robert Irsay moved the Baltimore Colts football team to Indianapolis. In 1986, more than 6,000 radio stations of all formats played We Are the World simultaneously at 10:15 in the morning. In 1995, singer Lyle Lovett and actress Julia Roberts announced they were separating after 21 months of marriage. In 2003, a Briton named Eric Bush legally changed his name to protest the U.S.-led war in Iraq. The 72-year-old who lived in southern France said he was ashamed to bear the same name as the U.S. president. He officially changed his name to Busson, the French term for Bush. In 2017, the world's largest dinosaur footprint at 5.5 feet was found in Kimberley, Western Australia. I'm pretty sure there was a dinosaur footprint in the park down the street from where I grew up. Well, that was the legend anyway. And in 2019, a study was published of a 71-year-old British woman who had a gene mutation that allowed her to never feel pain. I want that. All right, taking a look at this day in music. In 1967, working on sessions for the new Beatles album, Sgt. Pepper, at Abbey Road Studios in London, John Lennon recorded his lead vocal for Good Morning, Good Morning, and Paul McCartney added a lead guitar solo to the track. Lennon had decided he wanted to end the song with animal sound effects and asked that they be sequenced in such a way that each successive animal was capable of scarring or eating the preceding one. In 1975, in an Elvis Presley concert at the Hilton in Las Vegas, Barbra Streisand went backstage and offered Elvis the lead role in her upcoming film, A Star is Born. Elvis was interested, but on the advice of his manager, Colonel Parker, he demanded too much money and top billing. Chris Christopherson was chosen for the role instead. In 1976, Genesis began their first North American tour since lead singer Peter Gabriel had left the band, appearing in Buffalo, New York, with Phil Collins taking over as lead singer. In 1981, Blondie started a 2-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles charts with Rapture, the group's 4th U.S. number 1 and first number 1 song in the U.S. to feature rap and its lyrics, notable for name-checking hip-hop pioneers Fab Five Freddy and Grandmaster Flash. In 1982, David Crosby was arrested for crashing his car on the San Diego highway. Police also found cocaine and a pistol in the Crosby, Stills and Nash star's car. When the police asked Crosby why he carried the gun, his reply was John Lennon. In 1992, over $100,000 worth of damage was caused at the Irvine Meadows Amphitheater in California when Ozzy Osbourne invited the first 2 rows of the audience on stage. Several others took up the offer and the band was forced to exit the stage. In 2000, Jimmy Page accepted substantial undisclosed libel damages from a magazine which claimed he had caused or contributed to the death of his Led Zeppelin bandmate John Bonham. Page's solicitor Norman Chapman told High Court Judge Mr. Justice Moreland that the feature in the Ministry magazine printed in 1999 claimed Page was more concerned with keeping vomit off his bed than saving his friend's life, and stood over him wearing Satanist robes and performing a spell. In 2001, the artist formerly known as both Puff and Puff Daddy said in an interview on MTV he now wanted to be known as P. Diddy. In August of 2005, he changed his stage name to simply Diddy. In 2005, after playing a warm-up date the night before at the Los Angeles Sports Arena, U2 kicked off their Vertigo tour at the iPay One Center in San Diego, California. The 131-date world tour would see the band playing in North America, Europe, South America, and Japan. By the time it finished, the Vertigo tour had sold 4,619,021 tickets, grossing $389 million, the second highest figure ever for a world tour. In 2006, Tina Brown, the sister-in-law of Whitney Houston, sold pictures taken in her bathroom to the National Enquirer, claiming Houston had been taking crack cocaine. The pictures showed drug paraphernalia, including a crack-smoking pipe, rolling papers, cocaine cake spoons, and cigarette ends strewn across the surface tops of the bathroom. And in 2013, Justin Bieber ran into some trouble at Munich airport when customs officials detained and quarantined his monkey. Bieber had recently been given the capuchin monkey as a pet by record producer Mally Mall. Bieber apparently brought the monkey along to join him on the Austrian and German leg of his European tour, but he didn't have the documentation required to bring his new friend into Germany. Bieber went on to perform in Munich while the monkey was kept in the custody of authorities. All right, we haven't done one of these in a while. Here's the music chart for this week, 40 years ago in
1985.
At number 10, up 5 spots from the previous week, it's Night Shift by the Commodores.
Number 10.
Up 11 spots at number 9, it's Crazy for You, Madonna.
Number 9.
Staying put at number 8, it's High on You, Survivor.
Number 8.
Number 7 stays put as well with Private Dancer. It's Tina Turner.
Number 7.
Down 1 spot to number 6, it's Too Late for Goodbyes, Julian Lennon.
Number 6.
And up 16 spots at the number 5 spot, it's We Are the World, USA for Africa.
Number 5.
Up 2 spots from the previous week, it's the number 4 song, Lover Girl. Here's Tina Marie.
Number 4.
Down from number 1, it's now number 3. Here's REO's Speedwagon and Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore.
Number 3.
Staying put at number 2, Madonna's Material Girl.
Number 2.
And the new number 1 song for this week in 1985, up 2 spots from the previous week, it's Phil Collins.
Number 1. Number 1. Number 1.
And let's look at movies released. Noah, released in 2014 on this day, and 21, released in 2008, and Head of State, released in 2003. Special events for today, it is Children's Picture Book Day, it's Black Forest Cake Day, Hot Tub Day, Something on a Stick Day, Respect Your Cat Day, it's Weed Appreciation Day. That's the yard pest we try to kill, not the stuff some smoke. That's in April. And it's Eat an Eskimo Pie Day. Grab a delicious bar of chocolate-coated vanilla ice cream to celebrate. It's National Amber Day, and it's Barnum and Bailey Day. Celebrate the greatest show on earth and the greatest circus to ever exist.
Breaking news.
Studies show that women need at least 1 hour of exercise a day in order to keep excess weight off, and it can be any kind of exercise. Cycling, treadmill, putting the toilet seat down over and over and over again for your husband. A report found that the faster ambulance crews get a patient to the hospital, the better. Gee, you don't say. Next, they're going to tell us the faster we drink booze, the faster we get drunk. Yeah, how about this, Doge? Why don't you shut down the Department of Obvious Conclusions? According to a study by the National Institute of Health, most Americans only gain about a pound over the holidays, not the 5 to 10 pounds most people think they gain. It turns out those extra pounds we feel like we're carrying come from wearing extra large sweaters to hide our ugly clothes your mom got you for Christmas. The White House is soliciting corporate sponsors for this year's Easter egg roll. The sponsorship offers range from $75,000 to about $200,000. And coming soon, the Lincoln Bedroom Airbnb experience. A study found that certain dog foods may lead to heart trouble in your pet. For example, puppy chow, candy-coated hot dogs, and Purina double bacon burgers. It was 5 years ago this week that we learned that the Summer Olympics would be pushed to 2021. Well, not pushed, more like pole vaulted. In the 5 years since COVID started, roughly 5 million Americans have had partial or no recovery over their sense of smell, which is still better than the 5.5 million Americans who prove they have no sense of taste because they watched The Bachelor. A study found there are only 2 great forests left in the world, one in the Amazon and one in the Congo. Well, 3 if you count my Uncle Lou's back. An American Medical Association warned that if you clean your grill with a wire brush, some of the metal bristles can stick to the grill and then wind up in your food. They advise letting your brother-in-law have the first hamburger. A study found that high-intensity workouts curb appetites. That's true, I was so exhausted from trying to open a bag of cookies that I had to catch my breath before I could manage to eat them all. Another study proved that people lose more weight if they keep a record of everything they eat. I don't have to. Everything I eat already is written on the big board behind the register at McDonald's. Researchers figured out why Southerners who eat a lot of fish still die more frequently from strokes. It's because they usually fry their fish. Yeah, frying fish increases your risk of stroke even if each day you routinely take out 2 deep-fried aspirin. Recent surveys have shed new light onto the deceptive behaviors people engage in while searching for love online. A February 2025 survey found that 36% of singles admit to telling white lies on dating websites to make a good impression. The survey found that people are least honest about relationship status, about 32%. 30% lie about their age. 22% lie about real-life experience. 12% of men exaggerate their professional status or income compared to just 5% of women. 7% of men admit to lying about their height versus 4% of women. 7% of men fabricate aspects of their background compared to 4% of women. Talking about family history and origin. Men also commonly use outdated photos, about 26%, and exaggerate interests or hobbies. Here's what the women most lied about. Physical appearance through filters. About 31% of women used filtered photos versus 17% of men. And women lead the pack in using old photos, about 27%, and photoshopped images at about 12%. Yeah, I'd say these sound about accurate. Well, we've heard this rumor before, so let's consider this gossip until proven otherwise. After 6 years together, Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez are reportedly ready to tie the knot. Reportedly, sending out wedding invitations for their upcoming nuptials in Venice, Italy. The couple who got engaged 2 years ago will exchange vows on their $500 million yacht off the coast of Italy. Bezos, previously married to Mackenzie Scott, shares 4 children, while Sanchez, who was married to Patrick Whitesell, has 2 children and another from a previous relationship. Now, the concept of bathroom divorces is gaining popularity among couples seeking peaceful coexistence. Similar to sleep divorces, where couples maintain separate sleeping spaces, bathroom divorces involve having separate toilets with a shared bathroom, or 2 identical bathrooms that are side by side but never shared. Home trend experts say a bathroom divorce addresses common tensions around bathroom habits and accessibility. For instance, one Maryland homeowner created a new bathroom suite with separate toilet rooms and an addition between their house and garage. Though this particular renovation cost over $100,000, advocates claim the privacy and harmony gained are invaluable. While separate bathroom spaces aren't entirely new, magazines like House Beautiful have previously suggested double vanities to prevent a bathroom divorce. This complete separation of toilet facilities represents an evolution in couples' living arrangements. The century-old tradition allowing Canadians to freely enter the Haskell Free Library and Opera House, a building that straddles the U.S.-Canada border, is ending due to a decision by U.S. authorities. It started on Monday. Only library card holders and employees will be able to cross over from Canada to enter the building through the main door on the U.S. side. And as of October 1st, no Canadians will be able to enter the library via the United States at all without going through the border checkpoints. A recent study published in JAMA highlights the risks of scheduling surgeries on Fridays. Researchers analyzed over 450,000 patients in Ontario who underwent common surgeries between 2007 and 2019. These studies found that patients who had surgeries before the weekend experienced a 5% higher likelihood of complications within a year compared to those who had procedures after the weekend. This trend persisted across various surgical specialties, particularly in heart and vascular surgeries. The findings suggest that junior surgeons who are more common on Fridays may contribute to worse outcomes due to limited experience and fewer senior colleagues available for consultation. Also, weekend staff may be less familiar with patient care, increasing complication risks. New data reveals that job anxiety among Americans has surged to its highest level in 10 years. According to Bank of America, 2/3 of consumers expect unemployment to rise over the next year. Donald Trump said over the weekend he invited the Kansas City Chiefs to the White House to celebrate the team's Super Bowl 54 victory, which was canceled due to the pandemic. The Chiefs defeated the San Francisco 49ers in the game in February of 2020. A month later, the sports world was shut down as the COVID-19 pandemic spread across the world. The invitation to this year's Super Bowl champs, the Eagles, has already been extended. A New Jersey mother has been taken into custody on accusations of child abuse. The disturbing case came to light on March 17th when a child arrived at school displaying evident marks on their body. Authorities revealed that the injuries were inflicted by an electric dog shock collar. Kimberly Cruz Feliciano now faces charges of endangering the welfare of a child, aggravated assault, and witness tampering, among other offenses. She is currently detained. With summer approaching, it's time to dig into the data and uncover the most popular beer in each state. Miller dominates Americans' beer preferences, according to a recent study by the website Coffeeness. Using YouGov and Google Trends data, researchers identified which beer brands Americans are searching for most across the country. Miller Brewing Company leads by a wide margin, claiming 30 states from Alaska to Louisiana. However, the study doesn't specify which Miller beer variant consumers prefer most. Molson Coors Beverage Company ranks second, dominating 8 states, including Texas, California, and Michigan. Guinness claims the third position on the map, with Georgia, South Carolina, and New Jersey showing the most interest in this Irish stout. Beer is the third most consumed drink in the world, right after water and tea. It's also the most popular alcoholic beverage on Earth. While residents of Anchorage, Alaska are on alert as scientists warn of a potential eruption from Mount Spur, an 11,000-foot stratovolcano located just 81 miles from the city. After 30 years of dormancy, the volcano has shown signs of unrest, leading experts to believe an explosive event could occur within weeks to months. City officials in Anchorage have elevated the emergency planning level to level 2, a proactive measure to ensure public safety. This involves increased communication with residents and coordination of emergency response efforts. Since early March, Mount Spur has been emitting elevated levels of gas, a clear warning sign of volcanic activity. Experts anticipate that an eruption would most likely originate from the crater peakside vent, resulting in explosive ash clouds that could reach up to 50,000 feet. Well, a viral TikTok has sparked debate about an unconventional laundry method, throwing the detergent cap into the washing machine along with the clothes. When TikToker Luca shared that her boyfriend fills the detergent cap and tosses it in with the laundry, calling it mental behavior, many commenters actually defended the practice. They noted this method keeps caps clean instead of sticky with residue. Patrick Richardson, the laundry evangelist, also endorses the practice for smaller detergent bottles, though he cautions against using large caps with rough edges. Another expert cautioned the detergent caps are not designed to withstand the agitation of a washing machine and could crack or damage clothes and machines. He also notes that this method may lead to uneven detergent distribution and residue on clothing. Ford has issued a recall of several vehicles for potentially driving forward while in reverse or neutral. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the recall includes certain 2024-25 F-150s, the Bronco, the 2024 Ranger, the 2025 Mustang, Explorer, and Aviator vehicles. That's scary. All right, let's look at stupid news here.
How stupid do you think we are?
We got to wrap this program to bring you something really, really, really stupid.
Your brain is stupid.
A gang of 5 men has been sentenced to a combined total of over 35 years in prison for stealing nearly $1 million worth of cars in England. The criminals filmed themselves committing the thefts and driving the stolen vehicles, sharing the videos on social media. A man in Serbia shot himself in the hand while cleaning a pistol. The bullet went through the man's hand and put a hole in his TV. A Taiwanese woman divorced her husband because he was too small. The woman learned the truth about the man's height on their wedding night. It was the first time ever he'd been with her without his shoes on, and she found he'd been wearing lifts, which brought his height up over an inch. A knife-wielding man who attempted a smash and grab at a jewelry store in China was caught thanks to security video, which showed he got away with nothing. The suspect was arrested only hours after he failed to break display counters by hacking at them with a kitchen knife. 20 years ago this week, 14,000 rolls of toilet paper were delivered to the Edward A. Roth Country Office Building in Erie County, Pennsylvania. The toilet paper was donated by Procter & Gamble. The company heard about the restroom supply shortage at the Roth Building and decided to make a donation. Erie County's budget crisis made national news because of a shortage of supplies at the building. It was estimated that the toilet paper would last about 2 years. Police in Poland say a burglar who broke into a restaurant to cook and eat dinner was apparently not hungry for cash. The intruder broke in through the exhaust fan in the back of the restaurant and made a meal. He pulled out a plate, got some chicken out of the freezer, got a bag of rice, and then fried up the chicken and rice in a frying pan. After he ate, he just left. The burglar didn't touch the $200 left in the cash register. A United Airlines 787 passenger jet going from Los Angeles to Shanghai was forced to turn back over the weekend due to an oversight involving one of the pilots not having their passport. Flight 198 departed Los Angeles International Airport Saturday. Approximately 2 hours into the flight, the aircraft turned around and headed back to San Francisco. In a statement, United Airlines confirmed the situation. The pilot did not have their passport on board, We arranged for a new crew to take our customers to their destination that evening.
Oh, come on!
The Colorado Springs Police Department reported the arrest of a man in connection with a robbery at a store. According to the police, the suspect, Antonio Taylor, allegedly used a finger gun to threaten the store clerk while taking items.
What the hell are you doing?
Genetics testing company 23andMe has filed for bankruptcy. With this Chapter 11 and the Maury Povich show going off the air a few years ago, trailer park moms no longer have an affordable way to find out who their new baby daddy is.
That's right!
A new 2025 study finds people under the age of 50 who consume marijuana are more than 6 times more likely to experience a heart attack than non-marijuana users. Fortunately, the study has way too many numbers for marijuana users to consider, so they're just not going to think about it.
Oh, boy!
New York City's first public ice cream shop, the Parisian-style Delmonico's, opened its doors on this day in 1827. This luxurious restaurant was also home to America's first a la carte menu. Yeah, translated from French, a la carte means picky eater.
You suck.
It's officially springtime. It's said that during the first day of spring, an egg can be balanced on its point. I'd experiment for myself, but I don't have $20.
Oh, God.
So much to be thankful for once the weather warms up. You know, it's only a matter of time before you're treated to sexy, shirtless photos of Vladimir Putin.
Stupid.
Last Thursday kicked off the first day of spring, which means I have about 30 minutes to take down my Christmas lights before it gets weird.
It's super weird.
A viral so-called chubby filter, which makes people appear overweight, has been removed from TikTok. In a statement, the company said it ain't over till the fat lady sings.
No, thank you.
The U.S. Attorney General says Tesla vandals face up to 20 years in prison, whereas Tesla drivers face 40 years waiting for them to charge.
Well, I told you so doesn't help.
California Governor Newsom issued an executive order Saturday requiring all Teslas to park next to a fire hydrant. George Foreman's death is being treated as suspicious. Yeah, the police are grilling the suspects.
You have to stop this madness.
It's time to pack up and party down.
It's Friday, which means I don't care about squat today. So, blah, blah, blah. Stay tuned and somebody beer me, why don't you?
Everything comes to an end.
You've been listening to the Always First, Never Last podcast with me, your host, the incredible edible Mr. Zach Wackalina. You can connect with me at ZachTheWack.com. That's ZACKDAWACK.com. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever it is, Instagram, MySpace, the comic strip, the Yellow Pages, Telepathy, Western Union, or call or text 984-DEWACK1. That's 984-329-2251. Like it, follow us, or subscribe, and please share this show with your friends. Thank you to all the awesome wackos, weirdos, reverts, preverts, dingbats, and jelloheads anonymous for any and all listens you can give. It means a lot. I'm out of here like Vladimir. Until next time, and there will be a next time. Don't forget me. I won't forget you. I am Zach the Wax saying if I'm lying, I'm dying. Grits and groceries, eggs and poultry. And Mona Lisa was a man. I'll be back Monday for another Seesaw edition of the DeWack in the Morning Experience. I'll talk to you then. Same whack time, same whack channel. Whack out.
Bye, buckaroos.
Hey, buddy. Let's not have a good day. Let's have a great day.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. Just remember, the problems of two people don't amount to a hill of manure in this wacky world, but at least we'll always have the barn.
World, global, universal, and cosmological rights reserved. Mineral rights, too. Thanks for listening.
When me and my friends go out in the town, we can't sit still, we can't sit down. We don't like to fight and we don't like to scuffle, but we dance all night doing the curly shuffle. Hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo. Well, yuck, 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 yuck. Well, we never miss a chance. We get up and dance and do the curly shuffle. Well, me and my friends love Larry and Bo. We love Curly's brother Shemp and his fat clone Joe. It's such a delight You boogie and hustle, dancing all night, doing the curly shuffle. Hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo. Well, yuck, 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 yuck. Well, we never miss a chance. We get up and dance and do the curly shuffle. That's right.
ZachDeWack.com